Hello everyone, I'm Amy and welcome to the Two Works for Wellness channel. On this channel, you will find tons of healthy recipes and weight loss tips. I've personally been able to lose and maintain a 40-pound weight loss without any restrictions, still eating my favorite foods, just by making simple swaps and developing healthier habits. So this channel is dedicated to helping you do just that, providing you healthy recipe ideas and tips and tricks so that you too can find that balance in losing and maintaining weight and just overall living a healthier lifestyle. Thanks for being here, and I can't wait to show you more. Fall is here, and so is pumpkin flavored everything. Now, I'm a pumpkin spice lover myself, but a lot of the things out there, cue pumpkin spice lattes, are packed with sugar and kind of crappy ingredients. So what we are going to do is we're gonna make five healthier, high protein recipes using the same three main ingredients. So what we've got here is, of course, pumpkin. Gotta have the pumpkin. And this is pumpkin puree. You don't wanna get the pumpkin pie because that actually already has added sugar in it. Then we have protein powder, and I will talk a little bit more about which protein powder I recommend in the video for each recipe, and I will also have links to some different ones in the description. And lastly, we have cottage cheese, okay? This is all the craze right now, but let me tell you, I've been making recipes with it for forever, and I can't get enough of it. I use it in so many different things: sweet, savory, blended, baked, like everything. These are our three main ingredients, but of course, you can also add some added sweetener to taste if you prefer your recipes a little bit on the sweeter side. And if you want that true pumpkin spice flavor, of course, a little bit of extra pumpkin spice. We are going to be adding a few different add-ons to each recipe, but all of them are still going to be less than 5 ingredients, and that's only if you want to do those add-ons. So let's go ahead and jump in. So with all of these recipes, I'm actually going to be blending the cottage cheese because I just think it makes a more enjoyable outcome with these particular recipes. Technically it's optional, but it's highly recommended because I've tried a couple of these without blending it and it just didn't hit in the same way. So for this first one, we're gonna go ahead and take 3/4 of a cup cottage cheese and blend it. While I'm getting this cottage cheese in here, let me know what your current favorite pumpkin recipe is. Is it healthy? Is it high protein? Is it just for the sake of loving pumpkin? I am not even sure I have a favorite. This one is a strong contender though, not gonna lie. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and just add my protein powder straight to the blender to get it all nice and smooth and creamy. So I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup protein powder. And this actually also acts as a sweetener. You can use whatever flavor you want. This one is vanilla. I've used a caramel, a cinnamon, but you do want to use, typically a whey casein blend works really well because it provides that like thick and creaminess. If you use just a whey protein powder, it does get a little kind of softer, and casein can kind of clump up, and plant will as well. So I do recommend this, though you can use whatever you choose. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my trusty little blender. Oops, piece of cottage cheese here. Just toss that in. Another one. Where'd that come from? And I love this machine because it makes everything so perfectly creamy. So let's go ahead and blend. A little more. All right. Super creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and get my pumpkin layer ready. So the pumpkin layer, all it is pumpkin and protein powder. I'm also gonna add some of the pumpkin spice to it just to really bring out that pumpkin spice flavor. Again, you can add a little bit of sweetness because pumpkin by itself isn't super sweet. So again, you can kind of cater to your taste. You can add maple syrup, you could add stevia, you could use whatever kind of sweetener you desire in order to make it your taste. So 1/4 cup pumpkin. And pumpkin is great. It's packed with fiber and vitamins, and it's a perfect part of your diet. So heaping 1/4 cup pumpkin. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make that 1/2 cup. There we go. I like my pumpkin. And now we're gonna do about 1/8 cup protein powder. Of course, some pumpkin spice. I like mine with a lot, so we're gonna really put it in there. Okay, and we're just gonna mix this all up well. I've made this with like a caramel, which is typically sweeter, and it turns out absolutely delicious. And I will leave the link and details to all the protein powders I use and recommend in the description. So this is nice and thick, looks mixed well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this here and just mix it up so we get a nice light color. By the way, if you haven't already hit subscribe, make sure to do so because you're definitely gonna want more of these recipes. And this is just going to be as simple as adding this mixture that we just combined into these little pie crusts. Now, this idea is perfect if you want to kind of have this like little individually portioned thing. It's great for serving to the family or guests because you have your own little individual pies. It seriously tastes absolutely amazing. Nobody would know that it's actually healthy. Though I will admit these crusts do have sugar. Feel free to make your own, but this is way easier, especially if you've got guests involved and you're making a bunch of this. So we're just gonna go ahead and take a few scoops. Okay, and this mix will make roughly 5 to 6 pies, it looks like, depending on how much you're adding in. Pumpkin pie spice on top. No pumpkin pie is complete without a little bit of whipped cream. So cute. And just how great is this little pie? It is absolutely just perfect for serving parties, or if you just want a late night dessert, or a dessert. Doesn't have to be late night, but it's a winner. So now what we're going to do with our next recipe, and I love eating this for breakfast. It's a spin on one of my recipes, my viral but this one is a pumpkin version of it. So we're gonna go ahead and make that. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe buttons so that you don't miss out on any more high protein and delicious recipes. Thanks for joining and see you next time.